It's not exactly strawberries and cream at Wimbledon, nor honey deuces at the US Open. But here's a tennis tradition. We take inventory of the sport's dubious distinction. A critique studded with praise. We speak of that nagging question, who is the best player never to have won a major? You are good enough to take one of the sport's ultimate prizes, but you haven't taken that essential last step. The men's game served up only 2 major winners in 2024. A first-timer in Jannik Sinner, and there was Carlos Alcaraz, who first broke through, hard to believe, in 2022. So who does that leave? Taylor Fritz is high on the list. He reached the final of the 2024 US Open. Norway's Casper Ruud has been to 3 major finals, but those runs seem to be more about overachievement than close but not quite hopefulness. While his stock is fading, Stefanos Tsitsipas has been to multiple major finals and reached 4 additional semifinals. Andrei Rublev is a top 10 stalwart, but he's yet to so much as reach a major semifinal. So our winner, such as it is, Alexander Zverev, came within a serving game of winning the 2020 US Open. But that failure brought more scar tissue than confidence. After enduring a brutal ankle injury, to his great credit, he rebuilt his game and self-belief, putting himself in position to break through in 2024, reaching the Roland Garros final, and then going up 2-1 on Alcaraz. Alas, for Zverev, it was not to be. This shot and this reaction said so much. Zverev seems to know the reality. You might even suggest he's haunted by it. Last October, he played a match in Shanghai, got into an argument with a chair umpire, and said, "Every Grand Slam final that I play, I lose because of you guys." Did we mention this was in October in China? Still, there's plenty of reason for optimism here. He's a top-shelf player, especially on clay and hard courts. He's not only beaten every prime challenger, but he's done so in a major. Who knows? Maybe he wins a big prize in 2025. If so, he'll need a new line of attack when he harangues the chair umpire. And when we do this drill again in a year, someone else will have inherited this title.
All right, thanks so much, John. Take a look at the 4 men at the top of the list. 3 major finals for both Zverev and Casper Ruud. You got Taylor Fritz in there, runner-up at the US Open. Stefanos Tsitsipas, couple major finals. Both Zverev and Ruud got to 2 in the world. Paul, who do you think is the best man yet to win a major?
By far and away, I think it's Zverev. I mean, he's had the best career out of all those guys over the last decade. Look at the year-end championships that he's won. He's been the most consistent out of those 3. Taylor, you know, as much as I love and I've helped him he's the newcomer there. Last year's his first time to the semi or better of a major. So he's just beginning. Casper Ruud's tough one. You know, he lost a couple of finals to some pretty good guys on clay last time I checked, and the guy he lost to at the US Open was a guy named Alcaraz, and that was a heck of a match. So, and to be honest with you, Tsitsipas, I think he's never been the same since he lost to Novak after being up 2-0 in the finals of the French. That's my own personal opinion. And that's why I'm here, guys. I'm a tennis analyst.
Shanda?
Absolutely, Paul. I mean, how do I follow that, Steve? But, I tend to agree. I think Zverev, when you look at his body of work, you look at the players that he has been able to beat on any given day, those guys at the top, the big 3, the big 4, he can go toe-to-toe with anybody on any surface. And you just feel like in some of those bigger matches, the finals at the majors, nerves have come into play. He's gotten a bit tight and he hasn't been able to play through it. And that is really a requirement. Can he get it done? Can he generate more opportunities? And then can he get it done? You feel like he has the game to do so, but how many more opportunities will he have? But he is absolutely that player who's at the top of the list in terms of not having won a major yet.
Yeah, for me, it's absolutely Alexander Zverev, and by a wide margin. First of all, because he's been to 3 major finals. Ruud has as well, but I didn't feel like he was in those matches. I mean, he really wasn't contending. As far as Zverev, 2 of those went 5 sets at all. That U.S. Open final, he was up 2 sets to love, served for the match, up 5-3 on Dominic Thiem, and just the nerves overtook him. So that's got to be painful for him. I mean, he's won 7 Masters 1000s, as Paul said. He won the ATP Finals, world number 2. So, you know, I'm hoping that he gets 1 because, and by the way, this is a compliment when you're on this list.
Right, yeah.
Because if you're not even on the
Great
list, we're
point.
thinking maybe you don't have a chance to win one.
Great point.
Yeah, glass half full.
Throw
all
me
day.
in that
All
conversation.
day, glass half full.
Well done. By the way, how long do you think until we get Jakub Menšík or Joao Fonseca on this list?
Well,
Paul?
they're hoping never because they're hoping they're going to break through because they're so talented, but they're still so young. You know, we didn't talk about Grigor, right? Grigor's been thereabouts as well. There's a number of players, but it's just tough. And I think now there's actually a lot more pressure. You guys don't think, people think, oh, there's no pressure now because the big 3 are done and Novak's a little bit different. Actually, that's more pressure because now the players are really chomping at the bit because they really feel like this is my chance. I don't have to beat 2 or 3 of the big 4 to win a major.
There's a little open lane,
yeah,
possibly.
But it's a little
They've
bit
been
more,
waiting a long time.
Yeah, a little more self-imposed pressure at the moment. Though.
And the new 2 have won 5 in a row.
There you go.
So,
they're pretty good. Those guys are pretty good. Let's not forget about them.
By the way,